Yo, what is going on, guys? Crypto Vibes here, also known as Crypto. Bring you guys another video, and today, guys, I am back with the Krash. And what week is this? Crap. Week 4, week 4 in the Krash, yeah. As we're sitting at 2-1, and we're up against Will and his Hopes Peak Gothitelles, sorry. And he's also 2-1, so pretty. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be nice if we can get 3-1 for sure. Important, but he's definitely got a scary team. Get into his team, he's got Tapu Koko, Mew, Excadrill, Toxapex, Tangrowth, Gigalith, Dunsparce, Shelgon, Mega Charizard X, and Top MZ. With his meme pick being Dunsparce, I guess, but not really a meme pick. He gets rocks with recovery and all that, so pretty nice mon. And he has the top MZ with the Tapu Koko, which is pretty nice. So if you want to bring that against me, that could be something, but I'm not too much fearing that. But definitely could be nice to wear things down like Regirock if I want to use that as my initial switch to it, or a Raikou or something, so that could be pretty good. Or even Garchomp, so he doesn't even have to make a prediction around my ground typing and all that, so that could be something cool for the Tapu Koko. As this team overall, Mega Charizard X is a humongous threat, so I have a couple things in general that I need to be able to check that with offensively and defensively. He's got the regen core, as you can see, with Tangrowth plus Toxapex. Tangrowth being a pretty big nuisance to the majority of my physical attackers, so that's a big problem. And then the Toxapex being annoying with Toxic Spikes and whatnot, just sitting in front of my team, but I do have some pretty good responses to it. So yeah, and then he has also the Mew, which can be very unexpected to see what that can do, but if it does come, I kind of expect it. Actually, I kind of expect it to be offensive this game, just because he has things like the regen core. Even Megazord X can be kind of bulky, and he has things like Gigalith can be bulky, so I mean, you have all these different mons that can like sit in front of my other like offense, and then you have the Mew, which I could see definitely being like Scarf, maybe just Life Orb or something. I don't know. But anyways, I guess I'll go ahead and get into my team. As you guys know, as you guys have seen, I just said Mega Charizard X can be a huge threat, so even if that's at +1, I want to go ahead and Revenge Kill that, and that's going to be my Scarf Garchomp right here with Earthquake, Outrage, Dragon Claw, and Fire Blast. Now, unfortunately, Dragon Claw cannot OHKO a Mega Charizard X at +1. Outrage can, so I definitely want to make sure I have that Outrage on deck just in case I needed it. His Fairy type is the Tapu Koko, so if I can deal with that before I have to lock myself in an Outrage, it could be nice, but I don't really want to lock myself in an Outrage, but if I have to, I will. I have the Dragon Claw there. I don't believe Earthquake can knock out +1 Zard either. I forgot to mention that. It does very close. I think I need Outrage though. But anyways, I have the Dragon Claw there in case I can get some damage on the Zard X previously, or just beforehand. It's also not. Do I even really need Dragon Claw? I mean, I guess it's there in case. Dragon Claw is not really too necessary, actually. Now that I think about it, because I really only need Outrage. I really only need Earthquake and then Outrage to hit things like Outrage for the +1 Zard, and then Outrage can do a lot to Toxapex if I get it weakened down, or if he has to sack it off or something. It's better. Well, I guess Earthquake would be better then. I don't even know what I'm talking about, but. And then Fire Blast is there to hit a defensive Tangrowth in case that is against me. So that's something I had there. And I just need Scarf to offensively just beat Zard. It outspeeds Tapu Koko, which is nice. It can outspeed Excadrill outside of sand. And it's a pretty good bring. It's pretty nice. And he does have a Shelgon, which can take... Actually, Outrage is pretty nice for the Shelgon too, because Dragon Claw doesn't do as much as I'd like it to, so in case he brings that. So that's some pretty important damage to have with the Outrage. But anyways, after getting through my very terrible description of why I'm bringing Garchomp, I'm going to get into my next one, bringing Mega Mawile, which is pretty nice actually, because I won't need to make too many predictions with my Garchomp if I can break down his walls appropriately with my Mega Mawile with Play Rough, Swords Dance, Thunder Punch, and Sucker Punch. Really nice against this team. I'm bringing 12 in speed just in case he does some kind of weird creep with his Tangrowth to try to outspeed this, so that's really all the speed I need, because even if I go max speed, it doesn't really matter because it doesn't outspeed any of his offense. So I'm just running enough speed to outspeed some of his walls. With Play Rough, Sucker Punch, Swords Dance, and Thunder Punch, basically if I can get +2, this thing just breaks his walls like immediately, so he doesn't really have switch-ins to this. Which is also another scary thing, because if I switch into this on something like his... I mean, I would only switch this in on one of his walls, more than likely, so I mean... I don't know, he needs to bring something that can be able to deal with this, I guess, at +2, so maybe Haze Toxapex, because I believe Toxapex can take a +2 Thunder Punch from full, and then it can Haze the next turn, just keep me at neutral at least for his next mon to come in. And then Sucker Punch is there because if I get +2, it's very good for things like the Excadrill, Tapu Koko, and get a good chunk of damage off. Megazord X, I definitely like the Sucker Punch there at +2. I believe it gets close to OHKOing. I don't believe it does though. And then I didn't really need Iron Head. Play Rough just hits everything really strong, and then Play Rough really hits everything nicely except for the Toxapex, which I have Thunder Punch for, and then Sucker Punch is priority because I'm very slow. that's the idea with the Mega Mawile there. And then getting the next Mawile, we are bringing Tornado Therian. Didn't really like its offensive matchup this game, but it fits a nice utility role as it can be a stall breaker to deal with, or kind of a stall breaking set to deal with Gigalith, Toxapex, and not really Tangrowth. I guess offensively it does beat Tangrowth, so it can deal with Toxapex, so set up T-Spikes and whatnot, but and recovering up and such, so that's nice. And then we're running Air Slash over Hurricane just because he has the sand, and I want to have a better chance of hitting my moves, obviously. And then Knockoff is very good utility to potentially get rid of a Muse item. Toxapex is Black Sludge and whatnot. Tangrowth's a Rocky Helmet if that's a thing. Different items like that is very good. And then you turn to pivot out on some of his offense that might want to make an aggressive switch on me, like Tapu Koko, potentially. But yeah, and then we're running enough speed for the Mew Mega Zardex before +1, which I'm expecting him to be DD for sure, just because DD is very good against me. And yeah, I believe we're running Modest just because I can get away with that speed, and Modest Air Slash is pretty nice against Toxapex and Tangrowth, which I feel like Tornadus will have to sit in against the majority of the game. And that's the idea with that, and then the rest in HP to be able to take. I believe it lets me take a flare. Well, it lets me take a flare blitz from Zardex if I never need to stay in and just taunt that. Even if I know I'm gonna die, I want to be able to taunt that so I can't get +1. If in case my Garchomp's not in a position to revenge, is an idea with that. So that's the deal with Tornadus there. I feel like it's pretty good this game, not offensively, but as a stall breaking set and just preventing Zardex to set up hopefully. So getting my next mon, we are bringing my Drapion right here. Expert Belt Drapion with Double Dance actually, so really cool set with Poison Jab, Earthquake, Super Dance, and Agility. The Poison Jab plus Earthquake hits everything on his team super effectively outside of the Dunsparce, Mew, which ultimately wouldn't want to stay on this most of the time anyways, and the Shellgun, which I don't really expect Shellgun to come, but if it does, then I can hopefully deal with that otherwise. But yeah, this one's really cool. It sets up on his Toxapex if he doesn't burn me, which I definitely could. Throwing off Scalds against this would be a fair play, and he definitely could have Haze, so I guess it's not really a good mon to set up on. Maybe Tangrowth if he ever just wants to knock off my Expert Belt or something, which Expert Belt's nice. I thought about going Life Orb, but I didn't really want to take all that damage with sand and stuff. Just because that would be chipping a lot over time. Even though his priority's not that good, he couldn't pick me off with him very much, besides like Mew with Vacuum Wave, which is not really that good, but that's just really his only priority. And if I can get a Agility up, this does outspeed the Excadrill with Sand up too, which is very, very nice. And then Earthquake's very important there, in case, unless he's like Shoka, it does a ton to him, so that's very good. And if somehow I'm able to get an SD up too as well, that could be very good. This one's just really cool against this team. It prevents Toxic Spikes too in case they get up, or at least dissolves them, which is very good. So I thought that was pretty nice. Now my next mon is actually, the set got a little bit messed up. Like, I was kind of like, both of us actually prepped for this match in like 15 minutes. He asked me if I could battle in just a few minutes. I was like, what the heck, let's go for it. So we just both built really quick, and this Meganium set's supposed to be a little bit different. It's supposed to have Earthquake on it over, I believe, Leech Seed. This is actually my best response defensively to a Sand Meganium, which is actually pretty cool. As you can see, we're very, very defensive overall, so I kind of wish I had Earthquake over Leech Seed coming into this, because I don't want Zardex to just completely set up on this. So if I throw off an Earthquake on Zardex, for example, it kind of forces him to, after getting +1, to attack me right away, which is what I want at least. To attack me with either Fire Punch or Flare Blitz, and as you can see, we are running Ockenberry with counter, so I guess I should have Earthquake on deck to pressure the Zardex, so it doesn't really want to set up on me, because with the moveset I have, you can see Zardex can kind of just set up on me. So if he just wants to set up to like +2 or +3, my Ockenberry won't even save me at that point, so counter will pretty much be useless. So definitely misprep on my part, should have the Earthquake on there, but we'll see how that comes into handy. The Giga Drain plus Leech Seed is just more reliable against his Sand Core, which is why I was debating between the two, but with the Ockenberry and all that, I definitely should have had the Earthquake to pressure the Zardex, and if you wanted to set up on me, of course. Then with 8 speed, just in case, what was I speed creeping? I don't know, just in case like something like a defensive you want to speed creep me, I guess. It's kind of a weird speed creep, but yeah, that is what it is. And we do not have a rock on the team yet, so I figured it was kind of nice to bring rocks since he does have a Zardex. So before Mega Evolving, I can get 50% off on that with the rocks. With Mesprit here, as we're bringing Stealth Rock, Thunder Wave, U-Turn, and Psychic. Thunder Wave is really good in case Zardex gets out of hand. I can live a hit from a +1 Flare Blitz. I'm EV to do that, so this is a very defensive Mesprit. U-Turn there for momentum on some of his things, like Tangrowth could switch into this, I guess. Gigalith can switch into this pretty easily, and then the Psychic is there to hit Toxapex for nice damage. Yeah, it should be pretty good overall. If Toxapex does come, I kind of see it being more Fizz Depth and Special Defensive anyways, so I'm not running Psyshock. Just because I have a Mega Mawile, and you might want to bring a semi-check to that, even though you really can't check Mega Mawile that well. But yeah, that's basically the team. Let me go ahead and get into the battle. Alright guys, we are back with the battle, and as you can see, Will decided to bring the Gigalith, Excadrill, Tapu Koko, Mew, Tangrowth, and Mega Charizard X, which is ultimately the biggest threat for sure. And on our side, we brought the Garchomp, Mega Mawile, Tornadus, Therian, Drapion, Meganium, and Mesprit. So yeah, coming into this battle, I thought actually my Mega Mawile had a pretty nice lead against him, for the most part, because I really did expect the Gigalith to lead. On the off chance he leveled Tapu Koko, it'd be pretty rough, so I'd be forced in a position where I need to make a very aggressive pivot out to something. If I want to go Garchomp on potential electric move, I could do that, but my Garchomp's way too important to do that. Maybe Drapion or Meganium could come in on Koko, but if they did lead Koko, that put me in a very bad spot. But ultimately, I actually decided to lead my Mega Mawile, and it does pay dividend here for me, as he does decide to lead with his Gigalith. So I get the Intimidate off right away, which is huge, because at this point I can really just set up an SD, and I don't lose much by it. I guess the only thing bad would have happened is if he went hard into Zard X, and then he Will-O-Wisp me on my Sucker Punches, and then like played around that. But I went for the FD immediately, as he goes for the Earthquake, which is a fair play, but I forgot to Mega Evolve. So I live on 27 health right there, which is really annoying though, because I forgot to Mega. Because now I took more damage than I needed to. I probably would have been around 40% if I did Mega, so a little annoying there, but it doesn't really end up mattering, you'll see. As at +2, something is not going to enjoy this Play Rough, as Play Rough can knock out most Gigalith variants unless it's like max HP, max defense, bold, or something like that, but it still does have a very good chance to knock it out. So that's fire one off, and he makes a very, I don't know, he goes into Zard right here, which maybe predicted my Iron Head so he could live that and then play around with Willows and whatnot, but I knocked out Zard X right there, which is huge, because now I don't have to deal with that thing, and very nice, because +1 Zard kind of destroyed me, so I'm really glad that's dead. So Mega Mawile gets a kill right there, and he told me, like, yeah, like I said, we built these things really fast, so he misplayed a little bit here, because he had Tapu Koko right here he could have went into. The best thing I could have done is Sucker Punch it, which would have done about 40%, I believe, but he actually goes an Excadrill here first, and I can just click Sucker Punch and knock that out too, so very nice. And he actually goes into Tangrowth here too, so I'm like, okay, I'll stand and play rough and get a ton of damage off on this. I'm really surprised he's not going to Tapu Koko at this point, but it's okay with me. I click play rough and it actually just knocks out Tangrowth too, so really nice there. And now the Koko is going to come in, and I believe he just knocked me out. As I go for Sucker right there, it does 37% to him, and he knocks me out with Thunderbolt. So yeah, definitely could knock me out earlier, but I guess he just blanked on what his sets he brought, which is definitely understandable, I guess, considering we prepped very fast. So not a problem at all, as my Scarf Garchomp can come in here and start pretty much doing a lot of work, as I had a really strong feeling he would just go Mew right here, but making a double didn't really gain me much in case he was defensive Mew. Like, my only really double that would have helped me was doubling into Drapion, but if he was defensive with Willow, then my Drapion was essentially nerfed. So I figured my best play right here was firing off an Earthquake, because I didn't really think he'd be Scarf Koko, so he's going to make the play into his Mew right here, and after seeing the Earthquake damage, that is offensive Mew. That does a ton of damage, and I can just Earthquake again and knock out the Mew. And he actually told me it was Choice Specs Mew, which actually hits my team really hard if you think about it. I think at Psychic, Earth Power, Flamethrower, or Fire Blast, and then Ice Beam, which actually was really nice against my team, but it's not going to be able to showcase here because Scarf Chomp is coming in, and then the Koko comes back out, so I fire up an Earthquake. He is Shook a Berry, so he does take that, and then he fires off an HP Ice, and that actually does very little. I think it was like max defense Koko or something like that. Not max defense, but max HP with like very little special attack investment, which was interesting. But even if he was full special attack invest, he still wouldn't be able to knock me out right there. So it didn't really matter too much with my Yachi coming in, or not my Yachi, my oh my gosh, what am I saying? Just being able to live that in general. So I am able to. He actually goes Gigalith right here, which is kind of weird because now I can two-shot this, but fine with me. The only way Gigalith would have been able to knock me out if it came in if it had an explosion, so like he stacked up his Tapu Koko and then went into Gigalith the next turn and then exploded on my Earthquake. But either way, that Garchomp's gonna be able to clean up this game, as Mega Mawile and Garchomp both pick up 3 kills, which is pretty cool in a fast game. But like I said, we both really prepped really fast, so it wasn't like a really like too crazy game or anything. But that was it for us guys on our week 4 match with Krash. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if new. I really would appreciate it, and be sure to leave comments down below for sure too. And peace.